Ghana for nyina ate ase. The press statement on the ongoing attacks and disrespect against Otumfuo Asanteman and Asanteman. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, esteemed members of the public, fellow Ghanaians, we have called this urgent press conference to address the disturbing and coordinated attacks against Otumfuo Asanteman and the entire Asanteman. It has come to our notice that calculated efforts are being made by certain individuals and groups to undermine the sanctity and authority of Otumfuo, the Asanteman, and the heritage of Asanteman. We are aware of the ongoing attacks by certain chiefs in the Bono and Bono East regions. Their claim that Asanteman doesn't have authority to elevate any chief to paramountcy exposes their ignorance on the constitutional provisions stipulated in the Constitution of Ghana. It must be emphasized that these chiefs were elevated to paramountcies by the Golden Stool and the Asanteman. The role of the Regional House of Chiefs President is administrative, but does not grant them authority to interfere in the customs, traditions of its members. There are several provinces which make up Asanteman. These include, but not limited to, Achema, Sechere, Kwabre, Adanse, Kwaman, which is Kumasi, Ahafo, Amansie, Asante Achim, Bono, and even to Rara in the Oti region. A deliberate attempt by some chiefs to incite Bono, which is part of Asanteman, against Asante is most unfortunate and must be condemned by all well-meaning Ghanaians. Regional boundaries are established by government for administrative purposes, but do not impose restrictions on traditional authorities, allegiance, and customs. Thus, it is entirely inaccurate for any chief or a president of a regional house of chiefs to seek to oppose this constitutional obligation. These chiefs are hereby cautioned, and I say that in no uncertain terms. These chiefs in those regions, in the Bono and Bono East regions, are hereby cautioned over their actions and statements against Asanteman and Asanteman. We call on them to immediately cease all activities that seek to undermine the dignity and authority of Otumfuo, the Asanteman and Asanteman. As traditional leaders as they are, their conduct should reflect the unity and respect that our chieftaincy institutions demand. It is evident that many of the attacks which are directed to Otumfuo Asanteman and Asanteman are politically motivated. It is disturbing that some politicians have made it their mission to insult Asantes and our king. It's noteworthy that both of the two main political parties received their highest numerical number of votes from Asanteman. Over the years, we have noticed key political communicators relentlessly targeting Asanteman with their derogatory comments. Certain political parties have failed to distance themselves from these attacks or caution their members against engaging in such divisive behavior. We strongly urge political parties to refrain from dragging our king and our traditions into partisan politics. Now, the media, specifically Media General and its associated platforms, including Onia TV. They must note that the recent unguarded and inflammatory discussions aired on their program, hosted by their, I don't want to mention him, their presenters and their panelists have crossed all boundaries of respect. We demand that Media General render an unqualified apology to Otumfuo the Asanteman and Asanteman in general. Their reckless actions have fanned the flames of division and dishonor, and they must be held responsible and accountable. To the show hosts and the panelists who have contributed to these unprovoked attacks, we serve this clear message to you. You will be held accountable for your words and actions. I repeat, you will be held responsible for your words and actions against Asanteman. The damage caused by such inflammatory rhetoric is not something Asanteman will overlook. Now, it's a time for reconciliation and respect, not division, as you are doing. Now to the issue of Galamsey, illegal mining, as we call it. It is a burden to Ghana. Galamsey is a complex problem involving politicians, chiefs, private individuals. This menace should not be politicized. Otumfuo de Asanteman is fighting the menace. You remember that chiefs have been distilled for engaging in Galamsey. We urge the government, politicians, and security agencies to complement these efforts, especially in central, eastern, and western regions as well. In defending our heritage as the use of Asanteman, we strongly believe that peace and dialogue should be prioritized. This is why we are calling on the Ministry of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, the National House of Chiefs, the security agencies, and the National Peace Council to take immediate action. Their proactiveness could have quenched the chieftaincy disputes from the Bono regions. We want to serve a notice to all who harbor intentions of disrespecting Asanteman and attacking Otumfuo that we are fully aware of your plans, and let it be known that henceforth any attack or expression of disrespect towards Otumfuo de Asanteman shall be met with the same force. And now before I translate into now the say brofo kasa na yedetete no obetimi aka no brofo na yen de twi kasa ena yedetete no ana yebeka mekere ase de abaye krum kasem enuanom adofo amahie mu ha ensem trefo a yeto yen safra mu Ghana fo nyina ye makwa aba e de ba sa ensem trefo hie mu a ye frɛ mu a ye de ba betum anim na ya frɛ mu se ene ensensem bi a ekoso eye ensoriti ansem kasatwitwire ensensem bi a ekoso a sebi etia acheame ene Asanteman no Asanteman mabunu nyinara ya ba se ye ba ne ya ba beyi nsem ano na ya wan nsem ani de akere nkrofo fi se ye ntena ho ema obi emfa ye mpanimfo anim emma fom ye nim pefe se okobono ene bono mantam nim yenumu a ahemfu bi ewo ho a wo mu hyehye saa soritia ne kasatwitwire yi achi a omu pia se enkoso daa amanfo ene omu hye omachi se omummu acheame ene Asanteman animtia na omu nsamu a omuta ekeka ne se sabi yewura eni tumi mpo se oboman hene ewo mantam bia sabi oduru ni tumi eduru homu na se saa hemfu yi a omu wo bono ene bono east mantam yi mu keka saa nsem yi a we kire pefe se bon no ma bon anase o ma hyeda se Ghana amamra a yede ye adwuma no ensem amamra yi keka ede fa eye ahensem ho ewo Ghana ha no omunim ebia na omunim anase o ma hyeda se omu ebebu omani egu saa ne ma no so akeka saa nsem no ana o madwene na sabi ebia ewo fom na wo hwe saa ahemfu yi a omu nananom omu bedi ade ebeye man hene no yewura santehena no wo ho saa bre no ena pagya wo mu omu beye aman hene ti enwanwa se ne de wo mu a yebo omu man hene firi manhia sikadwabo mu man hene no wo mu asase se be yewra ni tumi se obo mu man hene de ehunu se bon ena o mabon anase nim ni omunim de omuka anase hye ena ebinum ma hye da se ombeke kasa ansem no e de egu omu a omunim anim ani so anase ya hoya
so yonko town
o so yonko town
na yehwa Asanteman a Asanteman nya kumase nko anase Asanteman tam nko a Asanteman obetu ani Asanteman wa amantam beburu ensiamu e wo Ghana mamu ha na amaya ni nkuro na kabo mufu a e me yefre no Asanteman a ebi ne atwema kwabere sekire adanse kwamaya yekumase ahafo amanse asante achem bono rawra enum nyina keka ho bi ene enya ene de keka ho ne de enya Asanteman ni nyina fu a ayewra ene nsase nyina ne aman nyina no eye ne de a enti eya na sabi ehye bufu sa ahemfu bi ebehye eye ahemfu bi e wo bono mantam no achi se mone Asanteman ya momo ka ho bi no ye keka mutiri abom na monya mo ho se ye kora de ye nsomo manhia da na ye nsomo Asanteman kora nso ebiem eya na woba bibi e friend Regional House of Chiefs ana se amantam no ahemfu no nkabo muku a wo ho no a aye omuba no dani ana se omu president no woni tumi bia wo eye aman hene na aka no no omu nyina wo Regional House of Chiefs no eso
omu nyina ye pe
omu nyina eye pe a omu tumi nyina no obia ni ho ne tumi ebro ne de so yewura kwa na ne tumi ebro obia de so e wo man we se mu na eye amantam no ba no dani e friend president of the Regional House of Chiefs no oni tumi bia se oman hene bia one ne wo sa amantam no mu ho no na mamre ne na mane ba bia wo soiko ene ne tumi a wodie wo ne kurom no wode ne tumi be wurawuram enti eye enye no kura da se oman ni bi betimi atena ba bi se won na ye president of Regional House of Chiefs bi se ompene ma obi ono so ye man hene a wo somo region ni mu no ompene ma ne ma ebi a Regional House of Chiefs ho entimi nsi da na wo ye sa no a etia Ghana mra etia Ghana man mra ya hyehyɛ ye nyina ye di so na sa ahemfu ye omo hyehyɛ bunu region ni bunu east eye sa na ema no enne Asanteman mabunu ye ka de akere wo mu se omo hwɛ ye omo hwɛ ye kokobɔ kese ene ye de ma wo mu ye ntena ho e ma sabi de e nananom akyekyere ato tetetete no mo me bom ho modene sem batiti na muntimi nso nye ne nne enye ni kina enti omuntu omo hofo na omunya na de ni enim se ohene de yeyiwa enka wo kasa ene wo ne ye wa brabo nyina ka nipa nyina ebom enye se wo de wano ebetoto nkran nsem mu ede entitimu ni mpapamu aba nipa mu wo oman we se mu to ohene bi a wote Ghana ha a wo tete nipa mu tete nkola mu keka yetiribo mpesento kwakora nsi no saa ohene no anim guase pa na aka no
oye busuofo
na oye busuofo kese pa nyanya saa na sabi ahenie etie e wo man we se mu